Be me, Sergeant Jaren Artorias, Inceptor for an Ultramarine Successor Chapter. After waving Caldor Drago to play with his new friends, my men and I began jump packing through the front lines and towards what we had hoped was some form of an actual unit coherency at the nearby tank depot. On the way there, we spot what appeared to be Bloodraven scouts. New ones at that. Fucking magpies owe us for sending us through Abaddon, the despoiler's fucking rectum. Arrive and find out it's just a bunch of normal guardsmen who are painted up to be Bloodraven scouts. Fuck. Not sure if it's better or worse. We want to leave them, but took a chapter oath to protect people like them. Besides, they stole Bloodraven gifts. They can't be that bad. Decide to help them out as we jump pack within their sight like B-Cannon S, heading up Sororitas convoy. Turbine engines whining even louder than whatever guardsmen over the Vox. Immolators form up into a flying wedge. Black Sepulchre sisters in fancy black hearses. Repentias clinging to the roof. Golden light Vaqueras on horse-shaped motorcycles darting in between. The God Emperor rewards nothing if not dedication to aesthetic. Take the corner harder than Sister Charlotte. Two Hierophants scrambling in pursuit. The Orc Gargant scraping from wall to wall. More Tyranids clinging to it, trying to claw their way inside. Sail straight between the Chaos Titan's legs. Damn, should have saved the Sister Charlotte crack. A couple of the Sepulchre hearses get crushed under a massive foot. Doesn't matter, they were already dead. Turn around and watch the Gargant smash into the Traitor Titan at full speed. It's shorter, hits at about waist level. Titan doubles over off balance. Tips over onto the street. Button the repressor hatch to avoid getting the oncoming dust cloud in my hair. B. Marcus. These tanks were pretty screwed up by bludgeoning. What working parts they all had left managed to make 3 working Lehman Russes between them. Enough to fit all of us conveniently. Don't know how many of us can actually drive it, but we'll learn. Jury-rigging wizard. MacGyver. Suddenly, this big-ass space marines come over and start chewing out Fessus for some reason. Halfway through their rant, they stop and realize that we aren't actually Bloodraven scouts. Apparently, they think we just stole their armor, which puts us in their good books. Yep, that's totally it. Nervous. Ask is what our plan and current objective is. We ain't got either of us. Suggest we follow them and act as support. Sounds good enough to me. Better to have actually Marines leading the way than Fessus and his hit or miss ideas. Sergeant Jaren Artorias, Inceptor Marine. Once the Thieves soldiers have gotten their tanks up and running, we decide to head east towards the main city. Their tank is sputtering out more smoke than should physically be possible. You took an oath, Jaren. You can't leave them here. Shut up, conscience. I know. PNG. Eventually, after fighting through a horde of Tyranids whom were fighting the risk that Chaos had to offer, we make it to the end of the city. About time, goddammit. We were supposed to be here an hour ago. Be Jaren Artorias, sergeant for an Inceptor squad. Be leading a group of 11 other Inceptors, as well as a tank full of human soldiers. We managed to make it to the edge of the city, but things are just looking worse and worse. Apparently, the leader of the soldiers, Marcus, says this shithole was a whole lot worse 3 months ago. Fucking seriously, Roboot? The amount of things we've had to kill has toppled out into the early thousands just to get to this spot, and there still isn't a fucking friendly unit in sight. Wonder if we're ever going to get these regular Joes to safety. That's when I hear it. It's the sound of a Chaos Titan, and it's falling. The Emperor's left nut.jpg. Some Sisters of Battle just fucking toppled the damn thing over. Fucking hell. And we were just sitting here in our metallic orange armor, wearing our metallic orange helmets with sapphire blue lenses. I'm Bridget. Pretty sure I died again. The Emperor didn't exactly give me an instruction manual or anything. I really hope I'm not counting down my lives like a cat or something. I should remember to ask if there's a saint equivalent of a 1-up like an Ultra Mario World. Some guardsmen wake me up. There's a dead evil marine there. That nice medic from before is there, but he's unconscious. He looks hurt, poor guy. I say a blessing to the guardsmen and take off after testing my wings out. Canon S. Connie is gonna be upset. I've barely killed more than 100 orcs. Living saints are supposed to do better. I need to do better. Be me, Ithurian the Gut Ortilux, a proud berserker of the sanctified. And these appetizers are fantastic. Chewing up a tiny little orc who was tucked inside a big oil can. Cannedfood.png. Someone suggests giving Orc Arms one of its arms as a replacement, but he says it's too small. As we finish clearing out the trenches, big screens throughout the city come to life. Some adorable little priest with an open shirt and no muscle definition is giving a speech. As wedding toasts go, it's not terrible. Really like the message about cooperation that he's pushing. I didn't notice that a lot of the guys we had been killing didn't seem to have a lot of team spirit. Talent wins battles, teamwork wins wars. Motivational poster. Orc Arms sees something that gets him really excited though. The little priest has a huge bionic arm. Figure it'll make a fun trophy, so we start heading for the cathedral. Besides, I wouldn't crash a wedding without eating the happy couple. B. Marcus, driving this Lehman Russ. It's pretty sweet. No more foot slogging. We're riding in style now. During this thing isn't actually so bad after all. Although we do have a few false starts and accidental wall turns. But I can't blame that on the state of things. Also, apparently the Space Marines think I'm the leader. Ha! Guess I've just got all those leadership qualities. Festus is pretty salty about it, but it's not like he's technically a real sergeant anyways. Lloyd and Phil arguing about who gets to ride out of the hatch. Phil says he ought to because he has the sword. Lloyd says he ought to because he was the one stabilized and bandaged Icarus. Festus tells them no one gets to ride out the hatch because it's an awful idea. I wonder where that living saint took Icarus anyways. I hope he's alright. Also, bloody hell, is that Chaos Titan falling gold on the city?